In 1871, a fire broke out that destroyed nearly all of downtown Chicago. It's called the Great Chicago Fire, but the people of Chicago didn't think it was that great. In fact, the people thought it was so not great that they blamed it on Catherine O'Leary, a poor dairy farmer from Ireland. A rumor started that her cow kicked a lantern that started the fire, and the rumor spread faster than the fire itself, and it made her life a living hell. She probably wished she stayed in Ireland, because the potato famine was nothing compared to the abuse she got in Chicago. People need scapegoats, so their own bad behavior doesn't seem so bad by comparison.
Hey, every bar needs a world-class drunk.
Someone who makes our alcoholism seem less raging.
But regardless of how it started, it was bad. So bad that only a couple of buildings survived. Old St. Patrick's Church on Adams and Des Plaines, which must have disappointed the Irish kids. They were like, the whole city burnt down and I still have to go to church? Another building that survived the Great Chicago Fire was a building used for firefighting. The Chicago Water Tower's exterior was built in 1869 to enclose the tall machinery of a water pump. Its architect was William Boyington, who also designed the entrance gate of Rose Hill Cemetery on the north side, and Joliet Prison, both of which kind of look like the water tower, which shows that either he had a distinct voice in the architectural world, or he just kept recycling the same design for whatever project he was working on. Anyway, one day I noticed that the pumping station across the street, which looks like the water tower, and the gate of Rose Hill Cemetery, and Joliet Prison, was open to the public. The Chicago Public Library was using it for some reason. Maybe because there was a fire at the Chicago Public Library. So I got to see what the inside looks like. It had enormous pipes, each with its own name. The pressure in these pipes could be regulated to control water surges in the area, and they draw clean water from the water cribs in Lake Michigan. One of its original purposes was to be used in firefighting. I guess it didn't help much during the Great Chicago Fire, but it survived it because Frank Tetraman, a German immigrant fireman, covered the buildings with woolen blankets and canvas sails, kept soaked in lake water. It's not ironic that the water tower survived the fire. What would be ironic is if it were destroyed in the Great Chicago Fire. It is, however, an example of one immigrant saving a building from the fire, and another immigrant getting all the blame for starting it.